Welcome back to our TCAP commentary. So today we're gonna do Kevin Westerbeck, the full edition. So I realized that the last time we've seen Kevin Westerbeck was in 2023. It's going to be 3 years now. Okay, technically it's 2 years, but at the same time, look, it's a very long time. And honestly, I did not know there was like a full version of his. I'm pretty sure the first version I did of him, I only watched like his kind of like his his TV segment. This time we're gonna watch like the full uncut thing. Didn't know this existed. But anyway, we'll get into it. If you like TCAP, check out the channel. I have a lot of videos, including TCAP commentaries, police interrogations, true crime videos, and now we're doing Steve Wilkos. So yeah, let's just get started, right? I have my opinions of Kevin Westerbeck, okay? But we'll just go through the emotions right now. We'll see. We'll see. Oh my god.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, come on in.
Come on in. Okay, so first things first. I have a couple of things to mention about this scene to begin with. First of all, I'm noticing the handicap like tag on his car. I don't assume he got that because he's like really short. Like, mind you, I don't believe, is he labeled technically like, I don't even know what the term is anymore, but like small person? Is he technically? I don't think he is. Like barely, or maybe it's another predator. I don't know, but I don't believe it's for that. It's probably for something else. Maybe with him and his height, maybe he is considered like handicap and he does get the tag. But it's just something curious I saw whenever I was like setting up for the video. But the very like quiet tapping of his shoes is like ominous.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
come on in. I got finished getting changed, Dad.
Huh?
I
Whoa,
got
watch
finished getting changed, Dad.
Well, I'll watch it.
That's so bad.
Wait at the bar for a second. I gotta get all my makeup on.
This
Makes
guy.
the girl got her face, yada yada yada.
Yes, I can.
Hey, how are you? Would you do me a favor and have a seat right over there on that stool, please?
Yeah.
Got it.
What's going on?
Nothing much. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Okay, so this is a very long video, but I just kind of want to get a couple things out the way, right? We have seen him, okay, obviously. Like I said, we watched him almost 3 years ago. I do not like Kevin Westerbeck, and a lot more than other predators, and that's because of his history, and we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, very forward guy, by the way. First of all, the first thing he says is like, I'll watch a change, which is crazy. The amount of confidence on Kevin to begin with is astonishing, but I'm glad he got put in his place whenever Chris came out.
Seat right over there on that stool, please.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Nothing much. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Fine.
Good, please have a seat. What are you up to today?
I'm not. She asked me to come over
I
and...
came here just to eat
Come
these
on.
chips.
Who
I'm pausing so much, but look, the fact that one of his first things he decides to do is start eating from like the little thing that they have there. Mind you, he's probably nervous eating and he's scared, okay, but regardless, like the audacity. I've never seen a predator begin to actively eat whatever is on set, other than maybe people who were eating it before they seen Chris. I mean, we have definitely generic white male, you know, Michael Willis. Yeah, wow, these cookies are they homemade? He decides to eat, but he was already eating before Chris even came out, you know, so I don't really count that one.
Asked me to come over and...
Please have a seat.
Come on.
Who asked you to come over exactly? Who asked you to come over?
Destiny?
Destiny.
Destiny.
And how did you meet Destiny? How did you meet Destiny?
The irony.
On the computer, she said hi and stuff.
On the computer.
She said hi and stuff.
So good. She said hi.
And who? Do me a favor and just keep your hands out of your.
No, fine.
Who approached who first?
She did, I think, yeah.
She approached you, and what did she say?
She said hi and everything, and
Hi and stuff.
such and such, and why don't you come over? I said, no, I don't want to. And so I said, well, I'll just come over and say hi, and that was it. So I told her yesterday, I said,
Hi and stuff. I'll stop.
didn't want anything. Just come over and say hi.
Didn't want anything. Just come over and say hi.
Come over and say hi, and she said, well, can we do something? I said, well, I'm not sure I really want to. No.
You're not sure you really want to do anything.
No.
Do me a favor, though. Just keep your hands
That's
on
fine.
your
He needs to
Okay.
keep those
And
hands.
how old is Destiny?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
No.
Oh my god.
16, 17, 18?
What? Okay, so let's analyze what he has said before. So first of all, he says he wanted to come over to say hi. Okay, mind you, the most common like defense a predator ever says is that they were just gonna come say hi, which is so dumb because you could. That's literally a phone call. Okay, it's just a phone call. If you want to say hi, man, the message will come across the exact same way. But anyway, besides that, okay. Then he kind of leaves open the thought of maybe doing something with a supposed, which according to him, a 16 to 18-year-old girl, which again, it's hella creepy. 18 technically is legal, and I don't really care to go into like the whole morality of it. But 16, 17 is still, ooh, you're kind of playing with fire, buddy. Even though technically we have like laws of consent or whatever, but I don't care. Okay, I don't know. I don't remember how old Kevin is. Okay, right now, I'll be honest. Maybe Chris will ask in a second, but as a most likely 30 plus, and I'm being generous when I say that, old man, you shouldn't be doing this kind of things to begin with. And soliciting online, mind you, we know that the age isn't 16 to 18. But that's under his belief to begin with, which it means he's okay with that. Not good.
16, 17, 18. And how old are you?
47.
47.
47. I thought he was like 40, late 40s.
There was no intent on anything. I just...
No intent whatsoever.
Not on my part, there wasn't. No, sir.
Yeah. And what's your name?
Kevin.
Kevin. And
From
Kevin,
the
where do
base.
you live?
Oh, crap.
In
On a
New
base.
Lebanon.
In New Lebanon.
Lebanon?
The problem is
Shout out to
that
Jeff.
Destiny
Destiny.
is not 16, 17, or 18.
Okay.
And she told you that. So you want to start the story again?
It's
I
so
don't
good.
really remember the whole thing. I just...
Why don't you try to remember it for me?
It's so good.
I
when he
remember
does
that she said...
It's so good when he does that, like, do you want to try again? Like, it's so good. Chris Hansen has such a good control over the guys that show up to the house for the most part. I'm not going to say he has a 100% hit rate. You know, obviously, there were some men that ran away. But whenever they would sit down, Chris Hansen usually had the conversation locked down. And that tactic worked a couple of times, too. Like, you want to start telling the truth, or you want to start over. So good.
Remember it for me.
I remember that she said her grandma was gone or something, and I was going to go home, and she kept calling and said, please come over, please come over. I said, well, I'll come over just a little bit, and I'm going home. That's it.
And what did you talk about online with Destiny?
Well, she did what I did.
Like what?
What?
I don't remember the conversations.
What
Did you talk about sex?
Generally speaking, she said, can we take a shower together? And I don't know. I didn't say it.
Literally victim blaming, by the way, because he says that she approached him first, and that, like, apparently she's been the one initiating all this conversation and everything, begging him to show up, asking to take a shower together, talking sexual, like she started all that. Crazy. Okay, we all know the truth. Okay, in accordance to how TCAP has always worked in theory, and what everyone has said, the decoys do not approach first. It's always like the men who are suspected first. They're the ones who reach out to perverted justice. which if you're not aware is the people behind like the decoys and the fake like 13, 14-year-olds. They don't do the initiation. The people working with NBC do not do that. That's kind of how it's never worked like that, you know. And Chris will probably tell him in a second.
Did you talk about sex?
Generally speaking, she said, "Can we take a shower together?" And I don't know. Didn't say yes or no or anything.
When did you start talking to her?
Gosh, I don't remember. A few days ago, something like that.
A few days ago.
Last week or something.
Oh, you did last night.
And what do you do for a living?
Work at Right Pat.
What do you do at Right Pat?
Finance.
In finance. Now, the only problem with your story is that I have the transcript of your conversation. So I know exactly what you said to her and when you said it.
Oh, crap. Del Harvey gotta come in with the assist, right? I feel like Chris always thought that would always land a lot more seriously than it like does. Because mind you, like I've never seen a strong reaction out of any predator that gets told that like Chris has the answers and he knows exactly what they said and everything. I don't believe they've ever reacted like, oh God, right? It was never that. I don't believe. But even him getting past the transcript is already a way to instill fear into these guys that maybe they think it's the dad for some reason. Like, obviously this guy's like well composed, is wearing a suit, you know, and has a piece of paper in front of him. Does not spell out father, okay, of the damn kid. But especially with Del Harvey coming out and giving him even more information and more evidence, he probably now knows like, oh crap, right? This is serious, which hopefully increases his cortisol.
So you might as well just tell me the truth right now, what you had in mind.
I did not have any sex in mind. Honestly, I did not.
You talked about sex with her online.
We may have, but I had no intention, sir. I had no intention.
Did you send her any pictures?
I had a picture online of me and a bird or something head on my shoulder. That's it.
Oh, that picture's
Just
so
you
good. And mind you, I was looking for who to watch. I was like, I need to definitely look into like Predators I haven't done in a while, because obviously this channel's turning what, like 4 years. Four, right? 4, because it started in 2022. This channel's turning 4 years old. My God, how the time has passed, right? So I feel like there's definitely some Predators that I have left kind of unattended for a little bit, but I saw Kevin. I've only done him once, and I did him March of 2023. So what, next month it'll be 3 years since I've done Kevin Westerbeck. And mind you, the reason why I don't do Kevin Westerbeck that frequently is A, I really don't like him as a person, and B, I get very, very angry. I get very frustrated and very like aggressive whenever I watch him, because mind you, if you know who he is, you know what I'm talking about. There's no like funny aspect of Kevin Westerbeck whenever he really is a monster to begin with. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I want you to stay right there for just 1 second.
Stay right there.
Okay.
Pull out a gun. I wonder what he's thinking at this point. I need hands out of you.
So that's the picture you sent?
Yeah, that's the one I have.
No.
And you said your name is Kevin? And your last name, Kevin, is what?
Westerbeck.
Westerbeck.
Kevin Westerbeck.
Now, Kevin, you've had some contact with the law before.
That's correct.
Tell me about that.
I can only shake my head, honestly.
Um,
And I think he's going to go into full detail about his case, right? His other run-ins with the law. And this is the reason why I don't like him. I mean, any predator with a prior history to me already is like main priority to dislike, you know? That's kind of how I feel. You get someone who has made kind of a habit of something that you already think is the worst you can do. Like, honestly, one of the worst crimes, whether it's like literal law or morally, I think it's one of the worst things you could do, right? Someone with a past history on it is even worse than someone who's like new at it, because we see a lot of new predators when it comes to just like barely, like, you know, opportunistic, like, hey, there's this chance, I guess I'll go for it. But whenever someone who kind of has made a habit and has practice in it and like doesn't really care about anything else besides their own benefit, the hate is definitely grander.
I'm currently with Montgomery County case.
And what kind of a case is that?
This child.
His niece, by the way.
I forget what it is.
Child solicitation?
No. Oh, that one. Oh, yeah.
Wait, he had one before that?
In Fairborn.
Yeah.
And why don't you tell me what you did, Kevin?
I didn't do anything.
What were you accused of doing?
Oh, yeah, you know, guys, Kevin Westerbeck is an upstanding guy, okay? He never did a single thing. Mind you, don't ask why he's here now, but according to him, his first time or whatever was not anything, according to him. So ridiculous.
Importuning or something like that.
Importuning? Well, tell it to me in regular terms.
Spell
What
it
did they
out.
say you did?
They said I came out to meet some girl, I guess.
So let me get this straight. You were accused of doing the very same thing
He's doing now.
that you're out doing tonight.
I had no intention of this.
All right, let's go back to the other case for a minute. You pleaded guilty
Yeah.
to solicitation of a minor for sex.
It was a plea.
It was a plea.
Right.
You pleaded guilty.
Correct.
And you got sentenced for that plea, correct?
That's correct.
And it's always, whenever it comes to like pleading guilty or whatever, there's always those type of people that just go, hey, I did that because, you know, I was not guilty, but they made me plead guilty, or I did it because I, you know, whatever. That like someone pleads guilty with something that they didn't do, but that's like such a big lie, because I've never really seen that be the case often. I've only seen it once be truth, like be like the truth, when someone was like accused of something that they actually didn't do and they just pled, you know, guilty. But whenever I hear it come from someone who's actively committing the crime that they said that they just had to like agree with, you know, it doesn't give me confidence. I already don't think that he's telling the truth to begin with whenever he says like, oh yeah, I pleaded guilty because I had to. Like, no, like you're don't start with me.
11 months.
Correct.
In fact, next week on Thursday, you have to go to court.
Correct.
And they're going to decide whether or not you're going to become a registered sex offender.
Yes.
And then you're going to go to prison.
Correct.
What then are you doing in this house less than a week before you're supposed to be in court and go to prison for doing the very same thing?
Stupidity, because I didn't expect this to be like that.
So what, it's my fault?
No, it's not your fault. I'm not saying that.
You can tell what he wanted to say. He's so angry that he got caught, by the way. He is And if you could get a closer image on his face, I mean, and you can. It's just I'm watching the uncut, which only has this angle for the most part, unless someone wants to splice in together the whole thing. But he looks so incredibly disappointed, and not because he got caught. Does that make any sense? All right, so I got food, so I'll be actively eating while watching this. But don't you worry, you probably won't hear it. I hope not.
That.
So what? It's my fault?
No, it's not your fault. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. And I said I didn't want to come over, and she said, please. Well, go say hi, and go home. That's all I was.
Mind you, I truly think Kevin Westerbeck wanted to say that it's their fault for getting in his way when he said that he didn't expect it to be like this. As in, he didn't expect him to get caught. He didn't expect to get caught in this situation. But it just frustrates me how much someone like Kevin can have the audacity to say something like that. Because, mind you, you got caught. And in this situation, Chris and his team, they're the good guys. You know what I mean? And I'm sure he knows that he's doing bad. So with having the audacity to be like, hey, you guys are kind of ruining my shot here on my mojo is really infuriating sometimes.
Oh, well, go say hi, and go home. That's all I was going to do. I was going home the first time she called.
You're going home.
Yep, turned around and went home.
Now, I have the transcript of your online conversation with Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you're Change for the Better 2006?
Mm-hmm.
That's you, right?
That's ironic.
That's your screen name.
Correct.
Okay.
That's so ironic.
She says 13 female, Ohio. You, 27 male, Dayton. You're not 27, are you?
No.
Oh my God.
But you said you were.
Right.
So that was a lie.
Yeah, email crap. Or the chat crap.
It's a lie. It's either the truth or it's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lie, isn't it?
Yeah.
You talk about what you do at the Air Force Base at Wright-Patterson. You work in finance.
Oh my God, he is coming from the base. Oh my God.
You work in finance.
Sorry. I'm eating pizza, by the way. It would have been really appropriate to, review Jeff Sokol, which I'm never watching him again until, 5-year anniversary for the channel or something. Which is technically next year, but I don't know. Even then, I don't know if I'd do it. But, him or the mailman guy, okay, that brought pizzas. But I'm watching Kevin right now, okay? But no, Kevin from the base is Kevin Westerbeck. I don't believe this is on the damn TV release of the show where he's like, oh yeah, what'd you do at the base? I just don't think they would include that because it makes no sense. But man, I guess the people who have made jokes that Kevin Westerbeck is the guy from the base did it because of this context, and I just never realized it.
Lie. It's either the truth or it's a lie.
A lie.
So it's a lie, isn't it? You talk about what you do at the Air Force Base at Wright-Patterson. You work in finance. She says, I like kissing. You say, would you get naked? I just don't want to get cold, she says. You say, have sex? Now, a moment ago, you told me this wasn't a sexually oriented conversation. That was a lie, too, wasn't it?
I was just talking.
Just talking. It would be fun, then, okay? You say, then I'm big. She says, really? Yeah, how? Then you give the dimension of your penis.
I would rather bet my money, okay, that the world would explode tomorrow than to ever believe Westerbeck was packing, okay? I completely doubt it. I don't believe he got blessed. Maybe. Honestly, there is a small chance. I'm not going to never say never, I guess. Just based on the fact that, I guess it all went to his wiener or something. All his height went to his wiener. But, That's ironic. Whenever I heard that, I'm pretty big. No, you're not. Just don't start with me, okay? Yeah. We've had enough lies today, okay? Don't add one more on top.
That's not sexual?
Just BS talk.
Just BS talk.
To me it was.
Okay, so that BS talk got you sentenced to prison once already. And less than a week before you're supposed to go to court and prison, you are here in this house trying to meet a 13-year-old girl home alone.
I'm stupid. I'm weak. It's just this. I have no intentions of having sex with her.
Yeah. How can you say that?
That's what it says, but I didn't.
I know I said it.
Why should I believe?
I didn't mean it. Oh, crap, man. I should use that whenever I get caught doing anything, you know? I know it seems like I'm trying to do that, or that I did that, but I wasn't trying to. Oh, man. I never knew there was like a automatic way, like a free get out of jail free card. I guess that's a double negative. I don't know. No, it's not, is it? Anyway. The what? He's like, oh, that BS talk. It was just BS talk. I don't know how you could keep fighting. I feel like you would just kind of feel so incredibly guilty, or even just, you know, how can I say this? Like, I guess put in a corner. Does that make any sense? But yeah.
That's what it says, but I didn't.
Why should I believe that?
Because I'm telling you the truth.
Oh my god.
You didn't tell me the truth.
I was going to make the joke, right? Because I always do the Alan Turing joke where it's like, I don't know, I maybe came from here for all I know, subconsciously came from here, but why would I believe you? Because I'm telling you the truth. Oh, so good. Like I said, it's like essentially damn near common knowledge. Kevin Westerbeck is an honest guy, trying just to get his rocks off, you know, any honorable way he could. I would never imagine him trying to do something like this. His prior criminal history and everything, set that to the side, man. Don't judge me on who I was in the past, but who I am now is what Kevin Westerbeck should say. But I guess don't judge too hard, because he has not changed. But I don't know. Let's just press play. I don't know.
When you answered the first 6 questions I asked, you lied then.
I don't remember what the whole conversations were. I'm being honest.
You don't remember what our conversation was when you first came in? When I asked you how old the girl was, and you said 16, 17, 18, when you knew that she said she was 13?
I don't remember that part, sir.
Well, you want me to show it to you?
I believe
Here,
you.
want to see it?
You have the transcript.
There you go.
You, sir.
What is that number right there?
How about you read more?
Right there. What does that say?
It's 13.
13. Okay.
Pardon me.
What? Can I just say this? I love a stuffed crust, by the way. A stuffed crust pizza is some of the greatest indulgements, okay, in life, okay? If you haven't had a stuffed crust pizza, I can't even fucking talk. If you haven't had a stuffed crust piece, if you haven't had a stuffed crust pizza while watching To Catch a Predator, you have not lived, my friend, okay? Go get yourself a stuffed crust, right? Off a recommendation of mine, okay? I recommend it, but anyway, I just wanted to point out, but I guess it turned to me trying to talk for like 40 seconds, 50 seconds.
This kind of makes you a repeat offender, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Did you bring condoms with you tonight?
No, I didn't plan on having sex.
Well, come on. What did you plan on doing?
I was just going to plan on meeting her, say hi, how you doing, and that's
Hi,
it.
how you doing? And that's it.
And that's it.
So less than a week before you're supposed to go to court, where you're probably going to be designated a registered sex offender,
Yes.
and then you're going to go to prison
That's correct.
for 11 months.
That's correct.
After pleading guilty to solicitation of a child for sex, you just figured, oh, I'm just going to pop in and have a nice little conversation with a 13-year-old girl.
Oh my God.
That's your story?
That is my story, sir. That is my story.
It sounds like fiction.
I'm telling you the truth.
It sounds like a joke. Like, it sounds like the beginning of a really stupid joke. Like, oh, yeah, the guy who's like, any second now gonna become a registered sex offender, like, becomes good friends with a minor. Like, okay, buddy, like, where's this joke going? But no, this is not a joke. This is real life. The life of Kevin Westerbeck is a crazy one, especially now that's in front of our eyes. But it's so bad. It does sound like fiction. It sounds so unrealistic and so improbable. Is that a word? I'm pretty sure. I would never guess this was happening in front of my eyes. But it sounds crazy when you put it that way. Just the way that Chris was like laying it all out in front of him, like, hey, you are like gonna go to court and everything and get convicted for something similar like this, because it's a crime, and all of a sudden here you are again doing the exact same thing, but this time though you learned a lesson somehow and are now just trying to be friends. Come on, man, don't start.
Bro. That's your story?
That is my story, sir. That is my story.
It sounds like fiction.
I'm telling you the truth.
Do you have anything out in your vehicle?
Such as?
Alcohol?
No. I don't drink.
Did you bring any for the girl?
Nope. Nope.
What was that? What was that? Do they have like a damn animal trapped in the back or something? Like, or like a demon? What is that sound? It sounds like someone's stomach is like rumbling. And I know it ain't me because I can hear it through my headphones. But regardless, what is that? Like, you're not telling me that, like, somehow, I guess it picks up his, like, stomach sounds and stuff. Like, what? Whatever it is, it's really strange, but I guess we'll run for it, or run it.
You
Sounds like it
ask,
could be a
you're
bird.
not a cop, nothing personal,
Or a cat.
but I watch out. Why were you asking if she was a cop?
Because of the last time.
Because
you
of the
serious?
last time.
Yes.
And where did the other crime occur?
Fairborn?
Fairborn, Ohio.
Correct.
And how did you get caught on that deal? How did you get caught on that deal? Explain the circumstances, please.
Just on the internet, and that one was for intent, but this one isn't.
Why, how can you possibly expect me to believe?
Because I'm sitting here telling you the truth.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't bring any
Come on,
alcohol.
man.
I didn't bring any condoms. I didn't bring nothing or anything like that. So
What's in the black bag that's out in your car?
it's my briefcase.
Your briefcase.
Correct.
And what's in it?
Date timekeeper. Just my keys, or not keys. Just stuff.
Someone's gonna look at it before too long. So you...
Ugh. He has a briefcase, black bag in the car. That's a little bit weird. I mean, it's kind of the same realm as whenever Stephen Buchanan from Hanson vs. Predator was caught, and he had a gun, a rope, tape or whatever, a camera, like in his car. Like, very strange and kind of worrying things to find in a car. But mind you, we don't know what exactly is in the bag. I doubt we ever found out, but regardless of it, even if it was actually nothing, by the way, it's still really concerning because it is scary. You know, whenever there's a chance of danger, you have to take it as danger. Like, I'm not gonna think that like a 50% chance of me dying does not mean that I should be on alert, you know? And in this case, it should be that he has something incriminating or something very suspicious in there. And I hope we get to find out, but I completely doubt it.
You might want to think about not lying to me again as you did before.
There's nothing. There's just my date timekeeper, my Bible.
Your Bible?
Yes.
You're a religious fellow, are you?
Yes, I am.
What makes you so religious?
It honestly checks out.
Because I have a faith in God.
And didn't your faith in God suggest to you that you shouldn't come over here to hang out with a 13-year-old girl after a sexually charged conversation? Your Bible?
Yes.
You're a religious fellow, are you?
Yes, I am.
What makes you so religious?
Because I have a faith in God.
And didn't your faith in God...
Look, I understand. He's kind of going by the definition of being religious. That's just a little bit hilarious to me. But anyway, many times in TCAP history, Chris Hansen has been, how can I say this? I'll say even bombarded by the conversation of religion, of God. But time and time again, that does not make you a good person just because you're religious, you know? You're a good person because you are a good person, not because of what God you believe in. Many times. I mean, there's the Rabbi Predator too. You know, we've had a lot of guys, and I don't know. It just, every time I hear it, it always just makes me a little bit mad, and I'm sure for Chris it's the same. You know,
because I have a faith in God.
Another guy, you know, one of those things.
And didn't your faith in God suggest to you that you shouldn't come over here to hang out with a 13-year-old girl after a sexually charged conversation on the internet?
That's why I turned around the first time, and then she called me. I thought, well, I'll just go with her, say hi, and be done with it, and go on home.
Doesn't the fact that you've already pleaded guilty to a similar crime, and then you have another sexually charged conversation with someone who says they're 13, and then show up here tonight, indicate that maybe you've got a problem?
Yeah.
No, because tonight was different.
Tonight was different. And why was tonight different from the time where you did this and then pleaded guilty and the judge sentenced you to 11 months in prison?
Mind you, Kevin Westerbeck is just like already a big creep. I don't know where the whole like, you know, knee situation like inputs itself into like his timeline, because I am not sure if the court case that he's like in trouble for already is that case, because it makes it seem like it isn't, because he goes he traveled for it, but for his nieces, I mean, they were at his house, you know. And if he doesn't explain it, I'll explain it by the end of like his uncut TCAP like segment like this one, because we also have his like booking and interrogation as well. Like we have all of it. I'll be honest here, guys. This is the second part of Kevin Westerbeck's I guess watch thing, because I got interrupted last time and I had to cut it short, right? So this is technically like a day or like a day or two in advance, but anyway, yeah, if he doesn't explain it, I will at the end, promise.
Because that time there was intent.
There was intent there.
I admit there was intent there, and I've told him all that, yes.
So you just kind of come over for Bible study with this girl tonight?
No, there was no Bible study. Imagine I just came over and say hi.
Oh my God.
That's it.
Heinz.
Nothing to it more than that. Yeah. So,
Kevin,
yes,
Kevin.
come on.
I'm telling you the truth.
You're how old?
47.
47.
God.
And you're just going to come over and hang out with a 13-year-old girl.
I wasn't going to hang out all night long.
It is really jarring if you really think about it, because okay. So yes, obviously I know the men are older and stuff, but if you really look at the grand scheme of things, like if you look at from the outside looking in, it is so much worse than you like originally like think. Because of course TCAP itself kind of like neutralizes a bit of like the shock value of like they act, just because it's like fake. Okay, TCAP itself is fake. There's no one in danger, you know, and the crimes are real. Don't get me wrong, but there's no real victim, so it's not like as bad. You know, we've seen a lot of Steve Wilkos so far, a lot. We have 2 videos, and those are real cases. And every time I watch them, oh man, it honestly it drains me. It drains me. But what do you call it? Just watching TCAP itself does not really bring you up to like the idea of like a fully grown ass man visiting a kid home alone. Like, you're old enough to be this girl's father or even grandfather, potentially. No, he's 47. I don't think. No, maybe no. I mean, it's not impossible, but at the same time, it's not really normal, I guess. But anyway. Could you imagine leaving your kid with like a stranger, let alone having them come to your home after a conversation like this and everything? Like, oh goodness, man.
You think you have a problem with the internet and these kind of chats? Do you have an addiction, a compulsion? Help me to understand why you would do something like this.
I don't know why. I just felt like I needed to talk to somebody, and she was friendly, and that's all there was to it.
So you don't have any buddies you can chat with, or
No, not really.
no adults you can chat with?
Well, my parents and stuff, yes.
Are you married?
My parents.
No, no.
Do you have kids?
No, I do not.
Nieces, nephews?
I had nieces, but they're in college.
Would you be comfortable if you had a 13-year-old niece and a man walked into her home when she was alone to hang out?
What? His nieces are in college? Is that what he said? Because, mind you, I don't know when this happened, but it's starting to really check out that it happened like a long time ago, right? Because if it's recent, then God Almighty, it's pretty bad. I mean, mind you, he's already in trouble for whoever it was. So it seems to me like Kevin Westerbeck is definitely not healed, in a sense, I guess you could call it. But
Your old niece and a man walked into her home when she was alone to hang out?
he wouldn't care.
That's why I asked you from again. I said, that doesn't make sense that your grandma would leave you there and go to Vegas by yourself.
This guy's
She goes, oh, that's cool, you know.
buddy, you're not getting it. That's not like an answer, by the way. You're like, you know what? Like, this is just very suspicious. Like, a real 13-year-old wouldn't be moving like this, right? This has to be fake. You're overanalyzing the fact that, you guys know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, it's like, oh yeah, whenever I came into the door, she didn't look 13. I was gonna walk out because of it. Means that just because the person looked too old, you wanted to leave. Like, oh, this isn't what I signed up for. I signed up for a 13-year-old girl. Like, that's the same vibe of saying like the story didn't make sense that she was home alone, and all that, which weird.
That's me and all that kind of crap.
All that kind of crap.
You ask her if she's feeling frisky. Yeah, a little.
Because that's the way she was talking. I was just ask her about that.
Blame the victim.
You're cute.
He's also cute, by the way.
You ever watch television, Kevin?
I don't watch very much television.
You ever see Dateline NBC?
Well, I know of it, yeah.
Yeah. You ever see any?
I'm sure a lot of his his prison buddies also thought he was very cute. Oh man, I know there are some stories, okay, there's definitely some stories on the internet that say that Kevin Westerbeck had a little bit of trouble in prison. Do I know how true they are? Absolutely not, but one can only hope. One can only hope, especially because he deserves it so bad. Honestly, I truthfully consider Kevin Westerbeck one of the worst predators that has ever showed up on TCAP. And not even just based on what he said, like, on the show, but just his, like, history. Honestly, one I would argue, like, up there as well as that rabbi, because he had experience. Like, I'm like nodding so much, but he had experience with this kind of stuff, and it's just very, very annoying. It sucks that I can't really watch him, to be honest. I just don't want to deal with the headache of him potentially coming after me, which I know the first time I recorded him, like, it probably was not him, okay? It probably was not whatever his name is, David, coming to get me. Like, it wasn't him who copyrighted my video or copy striked my video. But I don't want to leave it up to chance. But we all know what I think of him. It's not a mystery, I guess I'll say.
Our stories on computer predators?
Oh, familiar with him.
You are?
Yes.
You
Yes. Well, this is one of them. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet teens on the internet. And if you have anything else you'd like to tell us,
Oh, he's made it to the end.
we'd like to hear it.
Whoa! Is that who I think that is? Oh, wait. Ron Knight's going to tell Chris something. He's going to be like, look, Chris, move out the way. I'm going to use my cleave attack from Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm going to get his ass, right? Sorry, I've been watching that. I'll be honest. Peak. Like, man. I don't really watch... I'm going to go on a tangent. I don't really watch a lot of anime, but my brother's like, hey, watch JJK. Man, that stuff is good, right? That shit is so good. But anyway, nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about. Essentially, he's going to chop his head off.
Anything else you'd like to tell us, we'd like to hear
Think
it.
him like that one, like, phone girl.
If not,
Rip.
you're free to go.
You're free to go.
Okay.
Go ahead and follow this gentleman here.
Raw Night Squad. See you over. I can't be mean, okay? YouTube does not allow me. But Raw Night, man. Just pick him up, bro. Just pick him up. But I don't know why we're doing this whole charade. It's not even how you say it, right? But I don't know why we're doing this whole little game of like, here, come here, sir. You should have just grabbed him. Mind you, already Raw Knight has like the strength of like 1,000 men. Okay, we all know this. This is like common knowledge. It doesn't matter regardless. I feel like any person in this room would have been able to do that. But yeah. Oh wow. I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to see this. Like, where are we? We're obviously in different parts of the house, and we're potentially upstairs. But did this place have an upstairs? I mean, I like to imagine it did. Maybe another guy's like pulling up soon enough, and they're like, "Hey, we need to stash Kevin Westerbeck in the closet or something, or put him in like a drawer. Just throw him into a drawer. He'll fit. Like, don't fret. Okay, he'll fit in the damn drawer easily." But I am curious to know where this video goes. I hope it's longer than just like 2 seconds, because I feel like also that's possible. There we go. Very cool.
Alright, so it's like we're into your driveway.
Wait, this house has 3 floors? Am I tripping? Who is this? Oh, it's the police. Is it? I hope it is. Oh, did they arrest another guy outside? Is that what happened?
You've done this before. Have you?
Oh.
Give me a couple you did.
He's not saying anything because he has. I mean, he did admit to it, or not? No, he didn't admit to it. I'm incorrect when I say that. Chris Hansen reminded him that he is at minimum a reoffender, but he's more honestly more of a serial predator if you really think about it. because of the fact that he kept at it. He kept at it. It did not matter to him when it came to hurting children, it seems. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this is the front of the house. Obviously, I mean, mind you, could look at the damn white pillars and everything, like all the rocks. The other part, they always love to have them come in through like a back door or a side door. I mean, I'm assuming because it's a more controlled area. Like, I'm sure if you went through the front door, it'd be like 5 ways to go, and like, you know, maybe they're using like the front of the house as like the base or whatever. But yeah.
Right now,
I don't know yet.
you understand you are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be held against you
Where's
for
his
a
keys?
law.
Where's his keys? His Tonka.
You understand that? You have the right to talk to your lawyer and have him present with you or being questioned. You understand that?
Imagine you're his lawyer. I mean, okay, look, he's already in court. Okay. God, that is so bad. He's already in court, and he has like a date for a similar case, soon. Okay. And mind you, I'm not all that privy to law, and I don't know what he's going there for, right? It's like maybe fight his case, or maybe he's just getting sentenced. I have no idea how it works for his case, but regardless of it, let's just say he had a lawyer. He had a lawyer, and he gets a call from Kevin Westerbeck, and he's like, what is Kevin Westerbeck calling me at 1 in the morning? Like, what could he possibly want at 2 a.m.? You pick up the phone, and all of a sudden you hear him, hey, I'm going to call him Jim. Hey, Jim, I got arrested again for trying to solicit another minor. Like, oh, I can't stop, right? Like, you know that one scene from, I think it's from The Punisher, but it's whenever Frank Castle, I'm pretty sure that's the Punisher's name. He's, like, in court, and he's like, oh, I want to do it again. That's what Kevin Westerbeck reminds me of. He's on a streak, I guess. I'm being a lot more comedic, right? Last time, if you've seen my last video on Kevin Westerbeck, you can tell I'm pissed. And mind you, I have never told this to anybody, but that was my 3rd or 4th time recording that video, because the first, second, potentially even 3rd time I tried to, I would get so aggravated that it just turned into me yelling, not yelling, but like being real just aggro the whole time. And I would just be angry at the video, and it just wouldn't make for a good watch. It was just me being angry. But yeah.
You cannot afford to hire a lawyer who won't be appointed to represent you for any question if you wish. You understand that? You decide any time to exercise these rights, not answer any questions or make any statements. You understand that? Okay.
Where's his keys at?
I don't know.
Where are your keys at? Coat?
Cool.
Go put those keys on his car. It's not the white vet, it's the other one.
Oh yeah, they have.
Alright,
I'm
good
sure they have
step,
multiple
move it.
cars.
Any kind of drugs near the hood of the car. Hey, so poke me or stick me?
Why is he like leaning forward, buddy? They don't need that.
Spread your legs out. Keep them.
Search him, I'll be back.
I wonder where this is in the sting operation, because, mind you, I doubt they had like a mini station, police station, portable station, just like a couple of meters away from the house. But there were some men who showed up when they were already like in the midst of talking with Chris, or they like quickly moved them to like a different part of the house. I like to imagine that they have like a close building. I don't know how the hell this is happening, because mind you, you're seeing like a truck. Well, that's his car. I think this is another truck, and they just had one go by. But I would not think that it would be normal to see like 8 cars just on and positioned like next to the house, like a very suspicious looking place.
Be back.
that pocket.
Maybe because it's so dark you
You
don't
have a
see
cell
the
phone on you?
cars, but
No, in my car.
It's in your
even
car?
that.
Okay.
Even that, are you would still see a car in the middle of like the darkness, just based on the fact that a some light would bounce off of the car. You know, you would at least see one or two cars if they managed to keep them there. Mind you could maybe play it off as like that them being the family's cars, especially when they live in this big ass mansion. You could, yeah, my family owns like 10 cars, but I don't know about that one. Especially with
Come back here.
Yeah, they have like a garage. It seems like a garage.
Have a seat. Watch your hand. Watch your knees.
Okay, so it makes sense. It makes sense that some cars would be there.
I don't know what's on this thing. Did you tell anybody that you were coming here today? Anybody that you know, did you call and tell them, hey, you know what, I'm going up to Dark County. I'm going to meet a female. I'm going for a drive. Anybody know that you're missing right now?
No,
Who do you live with?
by myself.
By yourself? Mm-hmm. Who's your best friend?
It's your best friend.
I really don't have a best friend.
Okay. Who's the closest friend that you got that you'd call and tell, hey, I'm taking off?
I gotta
Did you
go.
call him?
No, I didn't call anybody to him. I was moving crap all day to my parents' house and back, and I was tired.
You just wanted a quick.
And I got on to check email, and she was asking, hey, how you doing? And I said, fine, what's going on? I said, I'm tired, I'm moving all day. She said, please, I really want to see you. And I said, no. And then she was talking me into it.
Okay.
So I was going for a little bit, that's it. I'm too tired.
Do you have anything you need to ask him?
Yes. Do you know your license plate number on the vehicle you drove up here with?
No, I don't.
No? All right.
I wonder how many men in the sting operations like did tell somebody, because I would like to imagine I would never tell anyone that I was doing something like this if I was them. Like, hey guys, hey best buddy, I'm gonna go meet a random girl at 2 a.m. out 2 hours to a 2-hour drive away. I don't think that would be normal. I feel like you would be hella judged. Like, what are you doing, pal? What are you doing? But even that, like, I mean, that's kind of all you really have to say about that. Like, you would be kind of a little bit judged on why the hell you're doing that. You know, there's no booty in this world that like you all of a sudden you start like talking to that would warrant like a 2 or 3. Oh, actually, no. Some people just don't care. Some people just don't care. But it's a very sus situation for at least Kevin. But
Have you ever been married?
Yes.
Are you currently married?
No.
Divorced?
Correct.
doesn't
So
look
this is this permission to search form. Basically, the search form is for your computer and your cell phone in your 1996 Chevy Corsica. What I'm asking is that it's okay that we get into your cell phone like you had already previously said that was all right. You stated that you didn't have a computer, but you know that we're going to inventory the car. We want you to give us permission to search the car, which search and inventory are pretty much the same thing, okay? But what we're trying to get here is this, and also the possibility of searching and seizing your computer that you have at your residence. Do you understand that? I'm going to give you the opportunity to sign this waiver when we get to the sheriff.
I wonder how that works, because I've always just wondered the idea of like, hey, as the police, we're gonna go to your house and get in there without any supervision. You know, no, I don't believe, okay, and I'll even give them that. I don't believe that they would get in there and like start stealing shit like normally. But I'm not gonna say that it hasn't happened, because it for sure has. Like, there's no way it hasn't happened before. But what do you call it? For his case, like, you go into his house, right? And you like you're looking around, and like you find it, but what if there's like like what are they called, like flash drives, and all that, because you could maybe take some like other stuff, but they can only really take his computer. But what if he has everything else that like is incriminating, like on flash drives? Would that count? Like if it's not with the computers, you would have to like find that somewhere else. Like how does a search and seizure for a computer work if potentially there's other incriminating, or honestly the only incriminating evidence is somewhere else? You know what I mean?
Sheriff's office would take the handcuffs off and everything like that. Is it okay if we check your stuff?
Yes, it is.
Do you have any child pornography on your computer that I'm going to find?
No.
Okay, you're sure of that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any other 13-year-old female's telephone numbers on the cell phone that you have up here?
No.
Is there any pornographic material or anything of, criminal nature in your vehicle? Drugs, knives, guns, bombs, sexual, anything?
No.
Do you have any
Always love
toys
that
with
one.
you tonight?
No.
Did you bring any vibrators, anything like this?
No.
Did you bring condoms?
No.
Okay. I don't want to go back and find that you have this stuff and then we have to get you back out and talk about it.
No.
I'd much rather do it here, be done.
No.
Okay?
I don't have any of that.
When we get back to the jail, we'll get you handcuffed. I'll have you sign this.
Look, Kevin Westerbeck, okay, first of all, I am so not believing that he has none on his computer, if you get what I mean. Just based on the fact that he is like such a serial predator to begin with, like I just wouldn't trust that.
Form, you understand?
Yes.
Is there anything that you want to tell me or say about the situation tonight that we haven't already discussed that you want to get on your side of my report? Obviously, I got to go back and I got to type a narrative report. Is there anything you want to tell me?
Well, probably stupid from coming out here. I should have just went on home until after she called me back and begged me to come back. Please, please. And so I just didn't have anything else to do, so I just came over. That's all I did. That's all it was. The intent was.
Okay.
I didn't
Anything
do
else?
nothing with me, nothing. It's just, hey, how you doing? I'll see you later. I'm going to jail in 3 days. That was it.
Not one for the road?
No.
You understand what I mean by
I know
that?
exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. And that was not my intent. I learned my lesson the first time.
Obviously not.
No.
Right? Obviously.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play devil's advocate here, but only for just the idea. I do not believe it. I wonder how many men really were under that umbrella of like, hey, I actually had nothing to do and I was just bored and I wanted to come just talk to somebody, because I'm never going to excuse it, honestly. I think it's still really bad. I think it's stupid as hell if you were to come over and do something like that. But at the same time, it's not impossible. Does that make any sense? Like, I don't think it's impossible, but whenever you look at the chat logs, though, it does feel impossible, because that's kind of what the whole discussion is about. Like, hey, I want your ass, right? is the best way I can put it. So it's very, very improbable, but it's not impossible. You get what I mean?
That was not my intent.
But Kevin Westerbeck,
I learned my lesson
Kevin,
the first
no.
time.
Obviously not.
No, you did not.
No.
Right? Obviously not.
whatever.
I wasn't coming
You're
in
chatting
this-
with the 13-year-old female about your penis size on the internet, and you drove about, an hour and a half to get here from
Whenever someone says that, it just always feels so ridiculous. Like, hey, I learned my lesson the first time. Wow, in handcuffs? Are you serious?
Lebanon to meet a 13-year-old female in the middle of the night who you knew by looking at the chats her parents weren't home.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So you can't tell me you learned your lesson the last time, because if you did, you wouldn't put yourself in this situation.
Well,
A drug addict doesn't go back and put a mound of cocaine in front of them and say, I'm not going to snort cocaine.
Well, I wasn't going to have any
Okay.
sexual contact or anything with her.
Okay.
That's the difference.
That's your story, and you can stick to that. I have a lot of evidence to prove that you were gonna, that you at least made an attempt to come up here and have sex with the minor. Do you understand that?
I came up here to see her and say hi and not to have sex.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? All right.
He didn't care. I mean, they honestly didn't give him much. There's a really big reason why. They didn't really care to interrogate him necessarily, just based on the fact that, and guys, you can take any guesses, okay? But this is a very quick and easy case. You know, the guy is already going to prison or going to jail at least. They just got to go, hey, we caught this guy again. And that's all they need to essentially get this guy even more. Because what is it? I mean, he's already being, what is it called? Accused of something very similar. And then he resurfaces again, doing the same thing. They don't need to make a case. They just need to add to the one that already exists. So they don't need to interrogate anybody. And they probably knew that. I'm not the only guy that has figured this out. You know, I'm sure they knew this. But yeah.
I need you to mention the top. Oh, I did actually. Stand right there. I don't know what to do without you. Go ahead and step back towards the wall. Stand against the wall. Do you normally wear glasses?
For reading.
For reading? Okay.
That's not normally.
Look at the camera.
Can set your shoes down right there in front of the
I don't want to be mean. Okay? And I'm saying this with a good heart, okay? It really would be very interesting to know what it's like to live at that height. Because, mind you, I am considered a tall person, okay? I'm 5'11", 6 foot. Doesn't matter. Probably grew like a half a centimeter. I like to imagine since I last measured myself. Pause on that. Maybe I am already 6 foot. I don't know, because last time I remember that being the case, like the 5'11" thing, was maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know. I don't remember. But regardless of it, I'm sure I'm 6 foot, at least with shoes. But it does not matter. I'm a tall person, okay? Even when someone who's like 5'7", like 5'5", I would wonder what it's like to live at that height. But could you imagine for Kevin Westerbeck? The world is not made for you. That's kind of the what I'm trying to push forward, is that like it must be pretty difficult. And no, I'm not feeling sympathetic for Kevin Westerbeck. It's just a very it's a curiosity that I have, just I guess looking at him walking around. But yeah.
Can set your shoes
Like that
down
faucet
right
is like extremely low, you know, but like look how low that faucet is. You have to essentially do like a full ass like planking, you know, leaning down for it. But for him, that's such a
Can set
case.
your shoes down right there in front of the
Do I have to go to bed? Have the lights come out? You want the light on or you want to turn it out? You don't care? Okay.
Face that way. Turn your whole body.
Probably not the best, what the best thing for right now. I'll make time go a lot quicker for you.
I wonder what that in the
All right,
background
we'll
is.
keep checking on you, make sure you're all right.
Probably another guy.
Okay, now the other way. You got any scars, marks, or tattoos?
My left ankle.
Okay, can you go ahead and turn and show me your left ankle there? I need a picture of
People,
that.
okay, I don't want to be mean here. People who put tattoos, especially men, like on their legs, to me, it's always been weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm just hating. There's probably a handful of people who have some. But mind you, I'm mainly talking about the people that have, like, it's either or, honestly. It just sounds like I hate both of them. They either have like a full ass leg tattoo sleeve, whatever it's called, or they have just one like big ass one like on their like calf. Like, what are you doing? I don't know. Maybe it just to me does not look good, but obviously it's my personal opinion. It's only my personal opinion. Don't take it as gospel, right? Like, but still, that's just kind of how I've always felt. Especially what do you say? He has like a star on his ankle. Like, what is that?
And any scars, marks, or
Like, why don't you just get like your face tattooed or something? Like, put your full name on your forehead at least. Let's do something cooler.
you got any scars, marks, or tattoos?
My left ankle.
Okay, can you go ahead and turn and show me your left ankle there? I need a
Wasn't
picture
it
of
like
that.
a skull or something?
Is that the only one?
It's like what is that? What the hell is it? I can't make out. I mean, I see like a guy here. Okay, I see like two eyes, like a little beard. What is that? Like a mask from whatever it's called, Crash Bandicoot or whatever. Is that not the mask? Or maybe is that an Angry Bird? I don't know what that is. Fuck, I don't know.
Go ahead and have a seat in your chair, please.
Wish they would ask. I'm like, hey, what the hell is that?
You're gonna have a seat right there. Scoot that chair back
Sit
against that
down.
wall there for me, if you would. Okay, what's your middle name?
What's your what?
Thomas?
Thomas.
Are you a
Kevin
junior or
Thomas.
anything?
No.
Okay. What's your mother's maiden name?
Wheeler.
Wheeler?
Wheeler. Woehler.
And your Soch?
296.
Wait.
Your date of birth?
Wait. I better cut this out, by the way, because I'm not gonna get in trouble. But at the same time, this is on here. I'm going to cut it out, but guys, his full social security is like, he just said it. He just full on said it. Is that not like very bad? I mean, it is really, really bad, but the non-censorship is kind of crazy. I mean, mind you, it is what it is, but just the fact that he genuinely just fully flat out said his social is kind of crazy. I don't know, I'm just very baffled. I mean, obviously, the meme, or not the meme, but like generally, right? You don't give people your social security. Like, that's the key to your life. But in here, we fully have it. I don't know what to make of it, right? Like, I like to imagine can you change your social security? I'd like to imagine so. But
Woehler.
And your Soch? Where are you born at?
March 6th.
Lima, Ohio.
What's your address right now?
435 Lufkin Drive. Lufkin.
I just have full address to Jesus.
Where's that at?
New Lebanon.
Lebanon. What's up with the people in Lebanon? Okay, like, we actually have Kevin Westerbeck. We have Jeff Stacy coming from Lebanon. It just I just would like to imagine it's like a highly populated area. Okay, like it's like a big-ish city. But at the same time, if it isn't, then man, people in Lebanon have nothing else to do but to be predators. Is that what I'm hearing? Because I'm looking too much into it. Like, I'm not actually, because where the hell is New Lebanon? I have to keep saying it like that because it's so good. If you don't know, Jeff Stacy said it like that. But I wonder who else is from New Lebanon.
Where's that at?
New Lebanon.
You have a home phone number?
687 7192. Correct.
Okay.
His driver's license. I just realized I kind of looked away for a tiny bit.
What school you attended?
Sinclair.
Okay. Were you in the military?
No, sir.
You claim church or religion?
Catholic?
Did they put that there? I mean, maybe it's because they have to, I guess, accommodate. I don't know. Do they have to accommodate you in jail whenever, like, you're like a religious person? Because, I mean, mind you, some religions have, like, you know, like routines and stuff. I like to imagine so. I don't know why I've never considered that. Maybe because I don't really care too much about religion to begin with. But even that, I've never heard of that being the case. I mean, other than, like, I guess the food you get served, right? Even just knowing that, I feel like I would know that, like, yes, they do accommodate you, I guess. But, did he say he had a religion? Because I know he told Chris. How true is that?
What do you do as far as the financing? Are you like a accountant or something?
Budget person. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, handle people's money. Is that it? That's probably what it is. Oh.
Time in on Westerbeck.
Forgive me for being stupid. I was gonna say, I wonder what all these numbers are in the background. I'm pretty sure it's a calendar, guys, by the way. You know, just based on the fact that there's like a 1 through 30 on the damn sheet. But
Time in on Westerbeck. Westerbeck. Westerbeck.
Westerbeck.
All right.
Oh.
For those.
That's this guy's job. Is just to feel. I mean, I'd hope so. For this guy's sake, is that's not his entire job to just write shit down. Because I do know, like, the notoriously, like, rumored. That's how you rumored. Like, paperwork. Oh, I like to avoid paperwork. I would hate this to be my job, but, like, filling out files like that. Me filing out, what is it called? A sheet like this would, like, me personally, is already a drag. This guy has to do it for work. I hope that isn't the case, and I doubt it, but, like, I don't know.
Any dental problems?
No.
You suffer from withdrawals?
Well, I'm currently being treated for depression.
Okay, but you don't suffer from withdrawals from alcohol or anything?
Oh, no, not from alcohol. No.
Okay. Any diabetes?
No.
Epilepsy?
No.
Fainting spells?
No.
Doctor prescribed diet?
No.
Urinary tract problems?
No.
Ulcers?
No.
Venereal disease?
No.
You ever tested positive for AIDS, TB, or hepatitis?
No.
Any type of heart, high blood pressure problems?
No.
Mental health problems?
Depression.
Depression?
Depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. So I'm currently on the medication for.
I mean, the big three, as some people really could put it. They all kind of just come together, don't they? You know, like the anxiety, depression, and, like, you know, what is it? Stress. I don't know. It's just a lot of questions being asked, honestly. And no, I'm obviously they have to ask questions, but it's just I'm shocked at how
blood pressure
the
problems?
procedures go.
No.
Mental health problems?
Depression.
Depression?
Depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. So I'm currently on the medication for.
Do you feel depressed or suicidal right now?
No.
Nothing when you don't hurt yourself?
No.
What kind of medications are you on?
Paxil, 60 milligrams once a day. Clonopin.
What is it?
Clonopin.
Can you spell that?
CLONOPAN.
Okay.
And that's 0.5 milligrams 3 times a day. And
Do they
also
give you
Wellbutrin.
prescribed medicine
Wellbutrin?
in jail maybe in jail, but in prison? Do they give you medicine? I'd like to well, maybe. I have no fucking idea. I don't know why I'm asking you. I can't get a direct answer. I guess I'm just leaving it. Someone in the comments, please tell me, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Do you get medicine in prison? I like to imagine so, just based on the fact that they keep asking all these medical questions. And was this not a question about prescriptions? Who pays for that, by the way? Because let's just say that the medicine is like, he pays like $100 for like all the medicine he takes. Does he still have to pay $100 for that medicine? I mean, they can't let the guy die, technically, I guess. You know, they can't just like, oh, I need, like how they said, do you have diabetes? You know, people with diabetes and all that, like those type of diseases or like afflictions, I think it doesn't matter what the hell. You know what I'm talking about. That shit ain't free. So how would he pay for it? And I know that this is a very capitalistic view, but mind you, they don't even want to feed the homeless. So why would you pay for a damn felon's, you know, insulin intake? Does that mean, like, am I wrong for this? I feel like morally this is correct. Right, like I would much rather feed a starving family than to have Mr. Westerbeck get his depression medicine, you know. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Like it's an honest question whether the fact that the medicine that they get prescribed that most likely is paid, or let's just say even if it's insurance, how would they pay for it if they're in prison or jail? You know, I guess technically you would have money still, but even that, doesn't your bank accounts like get frozen because of it? I'm pretty sure they get frozen. So yeah, maybe you get in debt. Maybe you get indebted, like, oh yeah, those like 5 years of insulin, yeah, you got to pay that back, buddy. You know, once he gets out, he has to pay it. No idea. That's a really good question, actually.
150 milligrams a day.
150?
Correct.
How many times?
Once a day.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Who prescribed that medication?
My doctor.
What's his name?
No
or her
shit,
name?
dumbass.
Jeffrey Lyser.
Who prescribed that medicine? My dog? Like, what answer else would you give other than my doctor? You don't get prescribed medicine by anybody else, do you? Like, I'm being a little bit mean, but honestly, that answer was kind of dumb and not rhetorical. What is it called? Redundant, technically, yeah.
We'll go ahead and add your ID on there, okay? Right there. We're going to grab your coat. And we'll step right in this room in here. Step right over to this officer. He's going to take your fingerprints, all right?
And swear to the shooter.
We have another question here. If I was in a classroom, I would be a model student, just based on the fact that I keep asking questions. Mind you, I feel like most of the students would hate me because I just keep stalling. But mind you, whenever you have a question about something, someone probably else has it too. But okay, look at his outfit. Okay, I feel like this is actually a pretty good fit to Kevin Westerbeck's frame, because even back then I would not imagine there would be like accommodation for someone who's like this small. Like, why would they randomly have like a 4'10" like prison's outfit, you know? Or maybe that's, I don't know, jack squat, you know? Like, for all I don't know anything. It seems I keep asking every single question in the book, but I mean, I feel like it, because why would you expect that? Why would they have it? I feel like they would transfer it, maybe from like a local or something.
hair on the shoulder of it. Okay.
I'm gonna sound stupid as hell when I say this. When I was growing up, you know, I was in my teenage years, and I would watch a lot of CSI shows and stuff with my family. I always thought that the government had everyone's fingerprints like on standby. Like that's what I always thought. I thought fingerprints like you would get fingerprinted, like as like in your life. As in like maybe whenever I turned 18, they'd be like, "Hey, it's time to fingerprint you, buddy." That's kind of what I always thought. But don't only felons or like felons, people who have committed crimes get fingerprinted? Because I don't, at least to my knowledge, I don't know, maybe they knocked me out or something, but I never remember getting fingerprinted at all. So maybe I have no idea. I doubt it. I fully doubt it, because I don't remember that being the case. I feel like I would remember that because I've always expected it. As a kid, I was like, man, I can't wait for the day, but not like you know, in excitement. It's more like I'm curious to know when that'll happen because it's like in the CSI shows, like they always have everyone's fingerprints, you know, but that's because they're I don't know.
Brought you in, who patted you down, who booked you, the time you came in, all that, okay? On the back here, it shows the charge that you're being brought on. It's listed as 2, it's actually 1. It's attempted unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, okay? All this says is you don't follow the rules while you stay here. It's not an admission of guilt. I just need you to sign right there. Okay, this one right here lists all your property you came in with. You had $15. Yeah, blue. All right, this one right here is
$15, crazy. Even in a more digitalized world that we live in, I have like $30 in my pocket, okay, in my wallet. $15 is kind of crazy. I don't know. I mean, it's not like the credit card did not exist back then, or the debit card did not exist back then. But even still, it was more still of a like more cash dollar world. Because like now we have like Apple Pay and like, you know, like the tap and everything, Google Pay, all that stuff. You know, we have all that. But was back then like that? I have no idea. I'm making it seem like it's the fucking 1950s or some shit, but it's like the mid 2000s. Technology hasn't advanced that damn fast when it comes to paying, I guess. But still, I would have at least $16 or $17, right?
everything I'm going to issue you right
6
here.
or 7 more
All
bucks.
this says you're not going to damage any of this property. If you do, I can criminally charge you. You sign right there. Okay, this one right here just states you do have medical insurance, so in case some. Okay, you have the opportunity now to use the phone, call your parents, family, friends, attorney, whoever you need to call. You can go ahead and call them right now. Okay?
Call back his attorney.
It is a collect call.
Okay.
So go ahead and give them a call. She'll pick it
Are
up.
we actually gonna have him call his attorney? I think I would hear yelling through the phone, but
dead for a little bit, and then she'll come back on.
like, man,
If it
what
just
the
went
hell
dead,
did you do?
So it's not so long yet. She'll come back on.
What the flick? Is there anything that's gonna happen between this time? I guess I could go on a rant. I could probably go on a rant. So first things first. I wanna say, I feel like I'm just stalling for time, but I wanna say that the podcast that Chris has with Ron Knight will happen.
Answer machine.
It will happen. It's just I haven't gotten back to recording it. As I said earlier, well, in this video, this is the second day I'm recording Kevin Westerbeck. The first time I got interrupted by somebody. And yeah, so whenever I was recording the, because I recorded a little bit of it, the podcast with Ron Knight, I was not feeling it, or the house started getting too loud, so I stopped. But it will happen. I promise. It will happen. I promise you. It's in the process.
You want to try to call somebody else? Officers want to take you over to where you're sleeping tonight.
Judge hears everything tomorrow, right?
Yeah, they'll try to get everybody in tomorrow.
Since he was caught in our investigation, he has spent a lot of time in court. Just 4 days after the sting, he went before a judge in the first case involving the solicitation charge to determine his status as a sex offender.
I'm going to review Exhibit 3 before I rule on this one.
The judge was informed that Westerbeck was caught in our sting.
I am required in this hearing to make a determination as to whether or not I believe, based upon the facts presented, the defendant will commit future sex offenses. In this case, you've made it very clear, Mr. Westerbeck, as to whether or not you'll commit future offenses. This court will make a finding, and I make this finding beyond a reasonable doubt, that you are likely to commit future crimes based upon the evidence before the court today. With that determination, the court will make a finding that you are a sexual predator.
And last week, he pleaded guilty to raping the young family relative, a child under the age of 13.
God.
Westerbeck, like all the...
Okay, so... God almighty. So this was that case. This rat, okay? You know, I do not want to get upset, but it seems to me like it's gonna have to happen anyway. Look. The fact that he said on the damn interrogation with Chris, he's like, yeah, I traveled. Shut up, man. It's literally your damn niece. Fucking bitch. Anyway, I'll calm down. I think the story will be in the TCAP wiki, but if it's not, I will, re-say it. Does that make any sense? I will say it. But, yeah.
The other men caught in our investigation will appear before a judge to answer the charge of attempted unlawful sexual conduct with a minor here in Dark County, Ohio. And the repeat offender.
I'm stupid. I'm weak. I have no intentions of having sex with her. In respect to the courts, I'd ask for an OR because I'm going to jail on Thursday anyway.
I think I'll ensure that you make it back to Judge Wolliver's court in Springfield. I'll set bail and $100,000 cash surety of property.
For many of these men, the trip from chatting about sex online to shuffling through the criminal justice system has been a long one.
A lot of thinking and planning goes into...
Oh, yikes. How are you getting me started? Don't you dare, okay? I can already feel Fremantle coming to kill me. I'm just talking that mess. But anyway, let's see. At least while he was in prison, he'll be safe from hawks, owls, and other birds of prey swooping down and carrying him off. Stop it. I just came over to let her know that I wasn't going to be able to come. Pred, I'm big. Chris Hansen, well, that's another lie. This guy took the expression, pick on somebody your own size, a bit too literal when it came to his sex life. Oh, God. This title is a misleading uncut Pred. There's at least a foot off for this guy. That's funny. Let's see. Kevin at his bail hearing, Judge Mr. Westerbeck, stand up. Your Honor, I am standing up. That's so good. Imagine getting charged for the very same crime you're about to go to prison for. I love how he just starts chomping on the snacks like he's waiting for his buddies at the sports bar, possibly waiting to watch the Steelers and the Ravens play. Oh man, a double reference in this comment. Him completely disregarding her wishes and saying, "Well, I'll watch ya." While walking past the bar, she told you to say that infuriates me. Well, honestly, nothing surprises me when it comes to Westerbeck anymore. But him completely disregarding. Okay, no, that's the same one. My bad. The cop manages to say, "Watch your head," and with a straight face as he's putting him in the car. Oh, I did not hear that. That's so good. I need to be a lot more focused, because hopefully you guys have seen my my second Wilco's video. That one was crazy, by the way. A grandma accused of touching her grandson. Crazy work. Saying, "Oh, that one," in response to someone asking about child sex crimes you've committed is wild. What? That dude with the boom mic getting down on his knees to record him was savage.
No. Oh, that one. Oh.
That's pretty bad.
Fairborn.
In Fairborn.
That's pretty bad.
And why don't you tell me what you did, Kevin?
Anyway, let's get into Kevin Westerbeck's TCAP wiki, right? Let's get into his TCAP wiki. Kevin Westerbeck. His quote is, "Well, I'll watch ya." Well, isn't that just great? Kevin's response after the decoy informs him that she is getting changed. Kevin T. Westerbeck is a child sex predator that was caught in the Greenville, Ohio edition of To Catch a Predator. He's known for his short stature and overlapping predatory activities at the time of his exposure. Kevin Westerbeck with his infamous bird. Aliases change for the better. 2006. His alias is Kevin West. He has a niece and a mother. He's a budget analyst for the U.S. military, civilian capacity. He's a former. Now he's a supermarket stalker. He's divorced. He was born March 6, 1959. He was male. Well, he is male. He's 4'9". He weighs 180 pounds. His eye color is green, and his hair color is brown. Graying with sometimes bald. Oh god. Kevin was a budget analyst for the U.S. military, employed as a civilian at the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. He lived in Ohio his whole life and was married. Kevin Westerbeck was arrested after he sexually assaulted his niece, who was under the age of 13. Kevin's niece was staying with him during a weekend. The child became frightened because of a thunderstorm. For comfort, she went to Kevin's room. Kevin violated her trust and touched her inappropriately. Kevin confessed to his counselor that he had sexually abused the child, revealing he had performed oral sex on her and that she had touched his penis while they were in bed together. Kill me. Just kill me at this point, man. Oh man, I'm so done with this fucking show. I never have any form of solace watching this damn show. Like, honest to God, every time I watch it, it's like the most painful fucking experience of my life. Not really. Okay, only when it's Kevin Westerbeck, and we've all known this. How you guys know how much I hate Kevin. So, he was arrested again in August 2005 after the Fairborn Police Department executed a sting operation which resulted in the capture of Kevin for solicitation of a child. He was charged in October of that year. Kevin was given a few days to put his affairs in order by the judge. He was expected to go to the prison to begin an 11-month sentence a few days after getting caught in the Dark County sting. Get some water. Chat. Westerbeck struck up a conversation with Destiny, a girl he believed to be 13. Kevin lies about his age, claiming to be 27 years old. Kevin said he was looking for a hookup and hinted he would want to make out with the girl after only 4 minutes of conversating. conversing. Conversating is not even a word, is it? He inquired as to whether the girl was frisky and if she desired physical contact with him. Kevin insisted she would tell him what she wanted to do. Kevin insisted she tell him what she wanted to do, and said he liked girls who knew what they wanted to do. Later on in the conversation, Kevin declared that he would be fully naked when they met, and instructed the decoy to do the same. He declared that he desired to kiss and have sex with her. Then Kevin claimed to be big and have an 8-inch thick cock. He wanted to stay the night and inquire about the girl's tightness. God almighty, fucking kill me. A day later, Kevin claimed he was reluctant to visit the house because when he looked for directions, he couldn't find the number the decoy had given him. He asked if she was a police officer, and noted he was attempting to get her to explain what she wanted specifically when they met, because cops aren't permitted to solicit for sex. He insisted over and over that the decoy tell him that she desired sex. On March 20, I can't even fucking read right now. On March 25th, 2006, Kevin was scheduled to visit the Sting house, but he canceled, saying he had to move some things to his parents' home. The next day, Kevin got in touch with the decoy and revealed that he would soon have to appear in court to begin an 11-month prison sentence. He also admitted he was in trouble for trying to have sex with a minor. Kevin explained that he kept asking her for information because he thought police officers were not allowed to ask, and only permitted to agree with what the other person says. He said that when the decoy asked him what color vehicle he had, the cop who caught him in the previous sting did the same. The two continued their conversation before scheduling a meeting. It honestly seems like he should have realized that it was a cop at this point, but I'm glad they caught him, to be honest. I don't really care for his almost his strength, but his intelligence about, I guess, being informed. But anyway, confrontation. On the day of the meeting, Kevin shows up and receives a vocal greeting from the decoy. The decoy told him to wait at the bar stool while she changed, though Kevin offered to watch her as he tried to follow her voice. Kevin was ordered to sit down by Chris Hansen, who arrived to prevent him from wandering further inside the home. Kevin nervously waddles over to the bar and munches on some chips. Chris advised Kevin to sit on the stool to get a better filming angle due to his height. When Chris asked about his plans, Kevin asserted that the decoy initiated the conversation and that he came over to say hi. He claimed he wasn't planning on going, but he chose to go because the decoy invited him. Kevin continues to insist that he doesn't want to have sex with the girl and that he had no idea of her age, guessing that she was either 16, 17, or 18. Chris points out that during their online interaction, the decoy openly stated that she was 13. Kevin asserted that the girl informed him that her grandmother was away, that she often begged for him to come over, and that he would visit for a short time before returning home. When Chris questioned Kevin about what he had said online, he said he couldn't recall, but that the girl had asked if they could take a shower together. Kevin continued to argue he didn't have any sex in mind, even after Chris pointed out that he had the chat logs. Even though he admitted to engaging in sexual conversation online, he opted to do so with the girl. He claimed that he only sent the decoy a picture of his pet bird, a cockatoo, but this was a lie. When Chris questions him about his prior arrest, Kevin admits that he was arrested for trying to meet an underage girl in Fairborn. Kevin confirms that he had entered a guilty plea and that he was scheduled to appear in court the following week to determine if he would be considered a registered sex offender. When Chris questioned him about why he came over since he was charged with the same offense, he replied that it was stupidity and that he didn't expect it to be like that. Westerbeck also claimed that he claimed that the only image he sent to the decoy was a picture of him with his cockatoo on his head. Although he did send this photo, it was not the only photo he sent. Well, can I know what else he sent? Because it's like, oh, guys, you won't believe this one, right? When questioned as to why he lied about being 27, he responded that it was chat crap. Later, he asserted that his explicit conversation log was just BS. Kevin referred BS talk. Kevin referred to himself as stupid and weak, and that he continued to insist he had no intentions of having sex, even though Chris reminded him that he was due to go to prison in less than a week. When Chris asked him about a black suitcase spot in his car, Kevin insisted that stuff including his Bible were in his briefcase. Chris asked Kevin if he was religious, and Kevin said that he was, and that he had faith in God, which honestly checks out. Chris confronted Kevin about why he had come over to have sex with a young child if he was so religious. It checks out. Kevin asserted that despite turning around, he came over because the decoy had called him to come over. Then he says that even though he had intentions of sex in the first thing, he had not with the girl in the current one, which is so stupid. Kevin insisted... I completely lost my train of thought. Then he says that he... What? Kevin insists that he asked sexually suggestive questions since the female initiated them and he was playing along. Chris queried if he had seen Dayline's reports on online predators, and Kevin said that he had. After being exposed on national television, Kevin is escorted by security guard Ron Knight through the house's front door. Upon leaving, Kevin is arrested by the authorities. Police interview. Kevin claimed that he was fatigued from carrying things to his parents' place. The decoy got in touch with him over the phone and begged him to visit the sting house. Kevin insisted he kept saying no, but he went because the decoy kept begging. He calls himself stupid and brought up the decoy's pleas for him to come over once more. He claimed that the reason he went over was because he had nothing else to do. After the detective asked Kevin if it was one for the road, before starting his 11-month prison sentence, Kevin maintained that it was not his intent. Kevin asserted that he had already learned his lesson for the first time. The detective dismissed his lies, pointing out that he drove from New Lebanon an hour and a half away to meet a 13-year-old girl who was home alone and talked about the size of his penis to her. In the aftermath, just a few days after the Dark County sting, Kevin went in front of a judge to find out whether or not he would be a sex offender. The judge was informed that Kevin was caught in the Dayline sting. The judge concluded beyond a reasonable doubt that he would commit future sex offenses. Kevin started serving his initial 11-month sentence. In addition, he was given a 10-year prison term for raping his niece. For being caught in the Dayline sting, he was subsequently given another 9 months. After being released, he was given the sexual predator designation by the state of Ohio, which is the highest level sex offender designation, requiring him to register every 90 days for the rest of his life. Jeez. I mean, he obviously deserves it, but shortly after leaving prison, he moved back in with his mother. In August 2020, Kevin was spotted and photographed stocking shelves at a Kroger store, although the poster of the image claimed that he may have lost his job in amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Trivia: likely the result of genetic or medical condition. He is technically classified as a dwarf, being an adult under 4'10", or 147 centimeters. His last name is often parodied as Westerbeck in online communities. Yes, I do know this. I do know this, and I agree. It has a Ren and Stimpy tattoo on his left ankle. Okay, so that's what it was. I've never really seen that show, I'll be honest. Chris claimed on his podcast he has information from several sources that Westerbeck was sexually assaulted multiple times. Oh my god. I thought people were making jokes, by the way. I thought people were joking whenever they said that he got what's coming in prison. Chris Hansen claimed on his podcast that he has information from several sources that Westerbeck was sexually assaulted multiple times during his incarceration. Which, whatever goes around comes around, is the best thing I can say about that. Westerbeck is one of the few predators subjected to direct post-sting trolling. While he wasn't catfished as severely as Stanley Kendall, or Lauren Armstrong, Joey called Westerbeck and his mother at once, ironically wishing him a happy Easter, as was pretending to be James Rutherford and asking Westerbeck if he had received any strange phone calls. Shortly after leaving prison, he was called by a female fan through his mother's home phone. and lied about being employed and looked after in prison. He was called by a female fan. Wait, that's the same line. The latter call is negatively perceived by fans because the woman talks too much and Westerbeck's audio is too quiet. Oh, I think I do know about that, and I think I've kind of heard it before, and yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. If you have never seen that, and I won't say clip in specific, but what they're talking about there, it is really bad. You can't hear jack shit. You can't hear a single thing. But anyway, I do want to say one last thing. He was meant to be 27 in this picture. He looks about 40 in this picture. 27 is crazy. I'm 24. This guy's 3 years older than me in theory, right? Like, oh god, man. I do know, guys, that once you turn 25 and up, man, you age like absolute milk. It's done. Once you're past the age of 25, you might as well just find a hole to jump into. But anyway, so yeah, I feel like that is all I can really do for Kevin Westerbeck now. It was a really good watch. I watched it for such a long time. I know that the first clip is already like 40 minutes minimum, and this one I feel like is at least an hour. So you're gonna be here for a minute. I hope you guys brought snacks. I say this at the very fucking end. I don't know what's even the point. You guys, I hope you had snacks. I hope you guys had snacks for this one. But anyway, or at least food at this point. Might as well have a full ass feast watching this one. A damn near feature film length, by the way. You watched an entire movie with me, by the way. Thank you for sticking with me. But anyway, before we end it, let's thank our beautiful members. Right? Let's see. So we have Courtney Easy. Thank you so much for being the first member. We still have that. Goodman_Ace. Thank you so much. Struzel Flusen 8477. Thank you so much. Will Redding 1302. And by the way, Will, you leave me alone, right? Don't start with me. I saw that comment. Zanzibar _Daleks. Thank you so much for being a member. Boba McFetridge, Boba_McFetridge, thank you for being a member. Suslang, thank you for being a member. Alice Guess, Ego Emmy 3333. Spudman NL, which by the way, I did get your message on Instagram. By the way, I will. Like I said, I did reply though. So yeah, I'm getting back to replying to people. By the way, so. Like, that's a good thing. So if you have sent me a message, I guess expect me to reply for the most part. But anyway, Kara Kelly -W7Z. Ghost, thank you so much for being a member. Ghost Husband, thank you for being a member. Lost in the Dark Paradise, thank you for being a member. I feel like I shouldn't be saying that after every single one. Mork the Bork 99, thank you for being a member. And Lil Tits, I appreciate you and your small breast. Okay, so we'll leave that there. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll leave it here. Goodbye.